Most of them are champions of one form or another. We start at 161, Taha Abdelmajid of Egypt, all the way up to David Ektaliev of Kazakhstan, 118. Here goes Taha Abdelmajid, a world championship bronze medalist, but also the African silver medalist last year in that excellent event in Cairo. Next up, Choi Kyun-jin of Korea. Now his lifetime best is 157, and he's going very high for that straight away. Ajnati 155 is his lifetime best, and he's looking to smash that straight away. Well, coming through for China, world silver for Yang Jinglang. Here is the African champion, the Legends world record holder in lifting that crown in Cairo, Roland Ezeruke, and he holds that Paralympic record as well. For Vietnam, Nguyen Binh An. For France, Axel Bourlon. João França Jr., the America's record holder, going for 163 in this opening round. But obviously, what a lot are declaring early for, they may not be going for. Another America's record for Bruno Cara and a multiple amount of medals. And David Ektaliev in the opening round is going for 180. I'm not sure there's a darts call in us to that today. We'll do our best. Ektaliev coming up shortly for Kazakhstan. And that is the group at 54 kilos. Lulled into a false sense of security. The last few times I've worked here, it was last December for the World Cup. A couple of years before that, when the World Paralympics Championships were held here in late November. Keep forgetting how dry the air is here. Very easy after a few days of commentary to get nobbled here. To be honest, you don't even have to be doing that. Referee draw for Group A in this 54 kilo final. So our referees for the ultimate group, Group A of the men's 54 kilos. And normally we'd say, wow, this is where the medals are decided, but it may not be. So our center referee, chief referee, Piyunuk Inakate of Thailand, left side referee, Muhammad Al-Kesh of Yemen, and the right-hand side referee from Malaysia, Commander Kadir Kamarusama. Oh, Lieutenant Commander now, actually. And our technical controller from Kazakhstan is Natalia Tishkai. Technical director from Libya, Fatih Lashahab. So that's it. The first lift on the way. Choi of Korea, it'll be 155. And that comes in a minute. We've got loads for you.
Is that all you got? Yeah. I only got one question. So is that all you got? You go big or stronger. You push harder. Is that all you got? You climb higher, faster. So is that all you got? You put your best and the rest in. No resting. Is that all you got? So you a victor. I only got one question. So is that all you got? Yeah, look at you now. So is that all you got? Take a look at you now. So is that all you got? Look at you now. Is that all you got? Yeah, I only got one question. So is that all you got?
So there we go. We've got loads more, don't worry. Here's your countdown.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Ready for powerlifting. The bar is loaded and ready. Calling our first athlete, representing Republic of Korea, Choi Kyun-jin.
So Choi Kun-jin will be the first to go. So 162 he was originally looking at, and he's going for 155 now. And 11th place for him in the World Cup here at the end of last year, where he lifted a 120, but he's a man who can weigh way, way, way beyond that. He's got all of the talent as Choi Jin-yun. And in his last major championship, it was 10th place overall in Pyeongtaek in the Asia Oceania Championships, won by Kitab.
One minute.
Getting strapped in, getting his mental focus prepared, and laying down and getting ready to go.
So Choi coming here for 155. He was 8th in the last World Championship, and this is his 6th Worlds. And that last World Championships, his best ever finish, incidentally.
Good
And that was a good lift. That was a very, very good lift for Choi. By the way,
Please, 160 kilos. Rack height 13.
this Choi was 4th in the Asia Oceania Championships. It was his colleague who was a little bit down the field. This man is in competitive mood.
Straight down, nice and tight on the chest, straight up. That is a perfect attempt. Well done, way to open it up.
So we go on, and we go on with Egypt and Taha Abdelmajid. So it was silver for him in the African Championships in Cairo last year. It was a really good campaign by him. He was just edged out in the end by Roland Ezeruke, who we'll be seeing very, very shortly indeed for Nigeria. And trying his best, obviously, in what is a very, very tight field. I was commenting actually a couple of hours ago how little there was in terms of weight in early round attempts. Now that's changed a little bit in terms of some of the early pace setters in Group A have aimed a bit low, whether that's based on what they've seen earlier this morning. It's opened the door for them to start low. They're not going to get lost in a whole lot of competitors leaping up from the lower groups. So it's 160 for Taha Abdelmajid.
And he's focusing. He's got plenty of time, 33 seconds. Really preparing. And it's out.
160 for Abdelmajid. He's feeling in really confident mood. And now this is a very positive start to this group. The first two lifts have come in, and they have been finished off really well.
That was outstanding, simply outstanding. Straight down, clean, crisp, held it tight on the chest, so motionless, drives straight up, locks it out, and waits for the command. Just a perfect attempt.
Abdelmajid, very successful in his career today, and looking to keep that on the straight and narrow. But we can say very much the same about Bruno Caru, who holds the Americas record. He's ready to display a bit of punch and lots of it. What a talented individual this man is. Always campaigning, always high up. Bruno Cara, even though he's wading in with what is the third lowest attempt, in this. He will not be far away from the medals. He's been crowned Brazilian champion again this year, and he actually came over here late last year for the Dubai World Cup, the Fazal World Cup, and he came away with a silver medal and probably loads of spot prizes in the raffle as well. The American silver medalist, the reigning Pan Am champion.
Really getting his positioning set here. Wants to make sure he's exactly where he wants to be, so when this bar comes out, it's right over the chest area in the position he wants it.
Just for 162 for the lead. I can tell you what would be the bronze position if everybody's successful would be 167 in this round.
Good lift.
You didn't need to wait for the results there. When you know, you know. And Bruno Cara definitely did.
163 kilos, rack 12.
He sure did. He knew he executed it just perfectly. Straight out, crisp and clean, just like the lifter prior. Straight down, held on the chest motionless, straight up, drives it. You can't ask for better lifting than these two. Nicely done.
Junior, Brazil.
Well, that was exceptional. And this man is also exceptional. And he is also Brazilian, and he's also an American records holder. It is João França Jr. He also reigning America's and Pan Am champion. He's won the last two America's titles, the Pan Am Gold, along with Cara, different weight divisions. In Lima last time and in 2019. Sixth in his last two global competitions, coming in 2021. $163 this is, to overtake Cara by 1 kilo. Wow.
No lift.
Got it, not complete to that. He was very uncomfortable actually. It's, for him, that is really unusual.
It is. I would say in a situation like that, he just didn't have it coming off the chest where he wanted. So sometimes when you're driving and it's not in the position you want, your muscles just can't sustain that strength. So here he is, he's straight up. It's just not exactly where he wants. I will bet you next time when he comes out, that bar is going to be a little further up on his chest. Okay. He can fix that.
The bar is loaded. Representing France, Axel Bourneau.
Axel Bourlon coming in for France now. 159 as lifetime best, and he's looking to add 6 onto it straight away. Now that is confidence from this man, and nothing else. Been on the scene 7 years now, and he won gold at the Euros last year with the lift of 159. That was his last proper competition, and he's looking to add 6 onto that. Ambitious. From the reigning European champion, the Paralympic silver medalist.
While the coach is strapping him, he's getting mentally prepared. Really focusing. And it's out.
Well, here he is, wading in at 165. Obviously, in his class, he doesn't need to get the bar very far up, but still needs to keep it clean. Press sequence gone. 3 reds against him, misses out.
So, although he may not have even extension, meaning he won't lock out the same way on right and left, it does need to come up evenly. And we see the bar on the right comes up well lower than the left, and he locks out completely unevenly, and that's why he gets 3 red lights. He needs to go back, concentrate, focus, and come back out and fix that.
Well, now another belting candidate coming in for Jordan for 165, Mohammed Al-Naiti. This for the lead after the couple of misses we have just seen. Now, no lift in the Fazar World Cup, which was at 159 he was aiming for. He was going for a record there, I should tell you. Did then come back and take the bronze medal position behind Iktariev and Bruno Cara. So 165 his target here, which would be a lifetime best. 159 is what we have for him. So, Al-Naiti, World Junior, West Asian Games silver medalist, but no mark in his last World Championships 4 years ago. And Issa Hilal, the national head coach of Jordan, is on stage with him. Well, he's got the breaststroke at 165, Al-Naiti.
No lift.
Chest sequence, no lift. Press was fine. Stop sequence was not.
And it was so evident because he just was fast on the chest. Came down under such control. First of all, his preparation was fantastic. Came down so controlled, but just touched and went on the chest. You must stop, a discernible, a noticeable stop. And he comes down, glances on the chest and goes, and that's just not enough. He should be able to come back and get that. He just needs to wait another second and hold it motionless.
So coming now, it is the African champion, that great glory, coming in Cairo, but he's had bigger ones. The Paralympic record holder, African champion, the former World Paralympic and Commonwealth Games champion. Paralympic gold, Rio 2016. World champion, 2017 in Mexico City, 2019 in Astana. Commonwealth Games gold in Gold Coast, appropriately 5 years ago. And the 3 in a row, African champion. So he means business. 166. There are still 3 more attempts to come in this opening round. Heavier than that. Well, here he comes. Punch through in the press. Well, 166, and that is a good lift. Now, 172 is his Legends World record. He's eligible for that. He's on the way to winning the Legends. I think he just has won the Legends with that. Good lift.
2 white lights, red on the right side, left side, excuse me, straight up, and locked it out. That looked great. Really nicely done.
Nguyen Binh An coming up for Vietnam. .38 now, and ready to challenge his lifetime best.
And you notice he's tightening his wrist wraps, but he is taking the thumb rings off. That's part of the rules. You cannot leave those on your thumbs.
The Southeast Asian Games champion, and now 3rd in the race to the Asian Para Games.
1 minute.
Gold last year in solo in those Southeast Asian Games. Gold this year in Phnom Penh. Mr. Reliable. Gwen. Vietnam. Asia Oceania champion. Good lift. He's pulled it out of the fire again. He's the reigning Asian Games champion as well. That to defend in a couple of months' time in Hangzhou. And he has done it, and he leads here, 167.
Absolutely perfect. Another perfect lifter. We've had 4 or so of them already, or 5. Tight on the chest, straight up, locked out. Very nicely done.
His first successful lift at a World Championship since 2017, and he has been at all of them since then when he picked up the World Silver. Previously 4th at London 2012 he was. Quality. Pure quality. Yang Jing Lung now.
So choices that the coaches and athletes are making are really smart for these opening attempts. Getting attempts that they know they can get, getting on the board, and then they can move on without that stress of missing the first attempt. So really, really great planning on most of their parts.
Silver in the Asia Oceania Championships last year. Behind that man, David Ekteriev. In fact, that was the result. 180 to 176. That's where those scores come from a year ago.
1 minute.
So Yang with that silver. He'd previously claimed bronze in Kitakyushu in Japan a couple of years, 4 years earlier. World silver. Last time out, and looking for something a little bit greater this. The penultimate weight in this first round of 172. Yang. Yes! Good lift. And he leads 172. He went the other way. He went way heavier than his first round attempt, and a lot went down. It's worked for him.
Really beautifully done. Just executed perfectly. And look at that smile. He knows he did well. Brings it down, locks it out on the chest, and drives it straight up. No issues or concerns. Nice job.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. One more to go. And it is the reigning Asia Oceania champion, the reigning world and Paralympic champion, David Ekteriev, coming in from Kazakhstan. What a 2021 he enjoyed. His 3rd World Championships it was then, his 4th now. Gold in that for the first time, and gold in what was his first ever Paralympic Games. Silver in the last edition of the Asian Games, and he is the reigning Asia Oceania champion from Atbazar, coached regularly by Adnan Jabrilov. He's the man they all have to beat, and they've tried lately, and they have failed lately. And he's just looking to show off again what he can do. Look at this, 176 for a lead of 4. He's got that through at 176. Good lift, and David Ekteriev leads. And he leads by 4, ahead of Yang Jin Lang with Nguyen Bin On in 3rd spot. So it's an Asia 1, 2, 3 right now.
Just made quick, easy work of it. He made it look like it wasn't even heavy. That was unbelievable. Straight down, nice on the chest, even, straight up, locked it out. Well done. Nice work.
That was just stunning. What a lovely piece of lifting from an expert and the man who holds all the titles that he currently could.
Republic of Korea, 160 kilos, rack height 15.
So, we go on. And we go on to Choi, who lifted 155 in the opening round and going for 160 now. And this is to break his own Legends Asian record, which he set in Pyeongtaek last year. That was 157. This is 160. A reminder, it left him in 4th place in the Asia Oceania Championships.
In Pyeongtaek, Korea, in June 2022.
Choi, former Asian Games bronze medalist. Well, he's leaving a lot in here.
1 minute.
Such a brilliant, talented athlete. He's had such a career, and this to add his name a little bit bolder into the record books to mark his, to beat his own mark. And this for 160. Choi Kun-jin for Korea. He's currently in the silver medal position in the Legends competition, and he's looking really good in this competition. That is a good lift, 3 white lights. Marvelous by Choi. Right to be joyful. He is 7th in the best lift, and he is 2nd behind Roland Azaruke in the Legends competition.
That was simply incredible, just a beautiful lift. So technically accurate, it was unreal. Straight down, locked on the chest, straight up, driving, no question or concern, and locked it out. That was great. And he's pumped, and he's ready to go.
Well, now a man who missed out in the opening round, João França Junior for Brazil. He missed at 163, so he's got a little bit stuck here on it. Reigning America's and Pan Am champion. As is Bruno Cara, it's worth pointing out, in a different category. So this is it. Middle attempt, 163 to get on the board. And he has to, and he's really struggling with that again. Maybe today he's coming too high on that. And actually, here's one for you. The down sequence he was voted down on one of the referees, then all 3 voted for him on the press. Couldn't get it complete, and I'm afraid to say, is really struggling this morning.
His down was really fast. And when you look at the speed that he came down, he was not going to, look at how quickly this comes, rapid. And then you're going to almost bounce off your chest and not hold it for the amount that you need to, and then consequently just have a hard time pressing it up. So everything about it needs work. He can do it. He must slow it down on the way down. He's going to have to dig really deep because now he's missed the first 2. Really hard to come back. He's got to put those out of his mind, come back, refocus, and slow it down on the way down to start with.
Adel Majid, 160 first of all, 164 he's going for now to climb him up into 5th place. This will put him right now 4 kilos off the medals. The African silver medalist last year. World bronze in 2010, Paralympic bronze in 2012, and 4th at the last Paralympic Games,
1 minute.
as well as that in Tokyo, and a world bronze last time. Abdelmajid, 164. His middle attempt. He's fighting against that one strongly. It gives him a prospect of being a world medalist again if he can, just as he was 3 years ago. That is a good lift. 164, 3 white lights. Abdelmajid, he's fighting for his medal again.
Please.
And that was something, he really did fight for that. When we watch on the replay, we're gonna see off the chest, he really, really had to fight hard to keep it straight and keep driving it straight up, straight. And that was a fight, but he did it. He didn't stop, he didn't slow down. Nicely done. Nicely done.
So, Alex Bourlon, the European champion. All of the champions are here. It is, again, a cavalcade of the best in this division. I don't think there's actually anybody who physically could be here who isn't here. All of the continental champions are here. World and Paralympic champion, even the Southeast Asian champion, which isn't always a given. The Asian youth champion is here. There were 9 in this field who are reigning champions of one kind or another. Bourlon missed 165 and going for it again. And missing it again. Press sequence against all 3. He had problems in keeping that even last time. And, well, does not appear to have improved.
Boulders, please. 165 kilos. Rack height 15.
And he looks perplexed. He does not know. He says to the coach, "What did I do wrong?" He's just confused. Flat on his chest, straight up, and the bar is shifting, and it doesn't appear that he's locked it out completely. So that's a tough break. And remember, this is the path to Paris, so all of the lifters need to come through here unless they have some sort of medical exemption or another reason not to be here, and that has to be approved by your country and then World Powerlifting. So the best of the best and those that are trying to be the best have to be here if they want to make it to Paris.
Mohamed Al-Shnaiti, he's missed 165, going for it again. Has to get on the board here. Well, it's interesting in comparison to what we saw earlier, groups B and C, where it was just carnage. And in this, there have only been 3 men who have missed so far, and none of them have got their marks in. Al-Shnaiti is one of them, but the rest have got their first in.
1 minute.
And are looking really good. And those who are now watching in the crowd who competed earlier come out towards the front, who would have been monitoring how things are going, must now be wondering if they're going to get their total lift medal now. I wonder about that stop sequence there, just with the naked eye from our angle here. Al-Shnaiti, no, and it is that stop sequence. It looked like ships passing in the night from where we are, and also the press sequence, by the way, has come up from those same 2 referees.
166 kilos.
So
Rack 5.
we know what happens on the chest when it's the stop sequence. What I'm curious to look at, it almost looked like he racked it before the referee said rack. Let's see what happens. He stops, barely, presses it up, and we can't see it on the replay, but I am almost positive he put it back in the rack before the referee, the technical official said rack. He's got to clean up those small errors.
Well, now his reaction suggests that something silly happened there, but it is worth remembering that he'd already been voted down in the chest sequence anyway. If you go back onto the rack too quickly at the end of the lift, that does go under the press sequence. You start too early, it comes under the body sequence, so it would tally, certainly. Bruno Cara looking to break the America's record that he holds by 1 kilo, up for 166. This is where he is in the race to Paris. It is some race. Look at those names. And they're all here.
One minute.
He's getting strapped in by his coach. He's really prepared, revved up, ready to go.
Cara 166. He is just a great campaigner. 166. Now they've voted against him on the press sequence. 3 down on that. 2 on the stop sequence as well. So he was very confident he got it, but not quite.
Yeah, he made fast work of it, but too fast, unfortunately. Came down fast, just glances at the chest, and straight up. So he just needs to stay a second longer on the chest. He'll come back and get that for sure.
Well, midway through this round, and Roland Ezeruke leads the Legends competition at 166, but he's got other things in his mind. 172 with Max Young, who's currently in the silver medal position.
One of the few lifters that puts chalk on his elbow area in the front. It's very interesting on his forearm. I don't know if he sweats too much or what, but he's one of the very few lifters that does it, and he does it each and every time he lifts.
The 3-time African champion, including Ankaro last time out. That gold in Rio in 2016, the peak of his career, and he had won the 2 world champions succeeding that, 2017, 2019. He's away here at 172. So this to go way up the standings to go into the medals, and he would go into bronze with this. And it is a good lift. Ezeruke, 172. Yang got there first. That's the thing to remember, but Ezeruke is having a ball.
Please, 173 kilos, rack 12, 173.
And that was a good lift. He looked a little fast on the chest, but with the technical officials and referees, they felt he held it tight enough. He stops a second and on his way back up. Nice lift.
So Nguyen Binh An, 173, is looking for this to add 6 onto it. So he too is currently in 4th. This to go up into the silver medal position, 3 kilos off the leader, David Hectoria. This to be competitive, definitely. Silver in the 2017 Worlds. He's won the last 2 Asian Games titles. He has medaled in the last 4 Asia-Oceania Championships, those 3 golds in a row. And he has won gold in the last 4 Southeast Asian Games. The man from Ho Chi Minh, and his long-term coach has been Nguyen Hong Buk. Nguyen, lively. this to go to the silver medal position. Will he be beaming in 20 seconds' time? Ren Binan, 173. He's having to be very careful with this. But look at that press. He's got it right. The strength is there. The soul is strong. The body is strong. Oh, the shoulders twinged a bit, but he's got it to white lights and he leaps up into the silver medal position. Is he in a position to go for more?
That sure looked great. I mean, just really beautiful. The one side was a little lower, and I think that might be where he got that one red. He is tweaking his shoulder though, so that's a bit concerning. Straight up, and you see, yeah, so let's hope he's okay on that shoulder and he could go back and the physio can help adjust him. Very interesting from the first to second attempt. Almost all the athletes that got their attempts went up about 5 kilo.
Here's Yang, 177. Now this, an attempt on the lead. So about Yang, he has not won a major championship title before. He could here. Hang Juan has been his coach regularly. Now look at that. That was the 1, 2, 3 last year, the Asia Oceania Championships with those scores. Look at those names. It's a very, very good championship in Pyeongtaek. Nice crowds there as well, which is always gratifying to see. It doesn't always happen for continental championships. Obviously for the games it does. Everybody wants to watch the Olympics and the Paralympics. The Commonwealth Games actually gave us massive crowds. Tell you what, the Pan Ams in Guadalajara they still talk about today, and that was 12 years ago. Hopefully we'll be still talking about Santiago in 30 years. 177. Yang, he's done it. He leads in this second round. Oh my days, what a lift. Yang Jinlang is in the gold medal position.
That was just a superb lift. Straight down, nice and tight on the chest, straight up. He looked like he wasn't sure he got it. I'm not sure why, because that was absolutely perfect. That was really great. Here it comes, straight on the chest, straight up with the drive, no hesitation whatsoever, and locks it out. Really nicely done. Great job.
Well, this is David Ekteriev, 176. He's got going for 180 here, and in this division he is the ultimate champion, but he is not an unchallenged champion. Look at that, 180. He leads the race to Hangzhou. He leads the race to Paris. The top 4 right now are from Asia. Bruno Cara in 5th position and trying to go higher with another America's record attempt on the way.
1 minute.
$180. You can see that's taken a bit more out of him, and obviously the fatigue of lifting backstage and being on stage, and that is not gone his way. 2-1 on the press sequence. He misses out, and Ekteriev slips down into the silver medal position at the end of this round.
162 kilos.
And he does look fatigued, as he should. That's a lot of weight. Let's see what happened here. He comes down on the chest and presses straight up. So the side referees both gave him reds. I'm curious to know if his body position, there was something that we missed here on the replay.
I mean, there are referees who'll tell you that it's when you're on stage and they're right in front of you, literally reach out and touch, and it becomes a lot more apparent, even off a TV screen.
That's a nation record set just a few moments ago by this athlete. He's trying to add 2 more kilos.
The man who has just set a new Legends Asian record is trying to do the same. Now, also at stake, a whole bunch of medals. This to go into the lead in terms of the total lift. He'd go into 477. He'd go into the lead in the Legends total as well. There's only one man who can deny him that. It is silver in the Legends for Choi. And bronze in the Legends out of Group C for Romeo Tayawa, who got his first lift in and none of the rest, and his first lift of the competition, the 3rd lift overall that we saw hours ago, has won him the Legends bronze, and that's why he showed up. Extraordinary. Choi, 162. Well, he's looked so impressive. He's done his own thing in here. He's not going to climb above 7 with it. He would match Bruno Cara, but he has got his Legends Asian record. It is a Legends silver. He leads the total lift. He leads the total Legends lift. And as it stands, in terms of the total lift full stop, it's 5th at worst.
165, rack 12.
He's got it going on.
Holds it motionless and straight up. That is just a beautiful piece of bench pressing. That was wonderful. That was really wonderful.
It's technically brilliant, and it's why the total lift was brought in. It's why the Legends competition was brought in. And there have been quite a few who've been mentioning for a while it would be great if there was some sort of Masters Championship, even if it wasn't part of the actual Worlds. It is now here. And it's kept so many in the sport.
It's really nice to have the Legends and the Rookie and the Elite and break it out, because the different age categories really are significant, and it's just nice.
Well, it's as simple as this. You've got World Youth champions in athletics, World Under-20s champions, which are the juniors and youths, Under-20s and Under-18s. Lots of sports have it. You've got an Under-20 World Cup in football, Under-17 in football, so why not in this as well?
Agreed.
And we do now.
Agreed.
Here's Joe France, 165. No, he's got, no. He's just, it feels to me he's weighted in just too heavily today, and again, he may not be 100%. We'll learn a bit more about that later. It's not been his day. Unfortunate, he does not register a mark.
I agree. It looks like he came in too heavy. He may be able to sustain and do this weight technically accurately, but for today, it was just too heavy for him, for whatever reason.
Representing Jordan, Mohammed Al-Shnaidi.
So Mohammed Al-Shnaidi coming now. Same boat, different paddle. He's missed his first two. 166 he needs to get a mark, just a simple mark. And you look at what he's won in his career. World Junior Silver 4 years ago. He was 4th in the Asia Championship, which is basically a world championship right now. The man from Jordan, he's still very young. It's worth pointing that out. He's 21 years old right now. He turns 22 later this year. He can still be at the top in decades to come. This is how good he's doing in terms of the race to Hangzhou. He should be there really. There's a few drop-offs beneath. And he's still in 7th place, so he's comfortable.
I think that's a good decision. He hadn't been strapped previously. Great decision to strap him in. Let him have a little more resistance, and that might help him just stay even.
Wow, look at this. Has he been able to keep that straight at 166? He's given this a whirl. He's given this his best go. He's given this his best lift of the day. The cleanest lift of the day. He got stuck there. He finished with 166, and now the relief can come out. And we can't say if it's been a really bad build-up or anything like that. It's been a frustrating morning for him, there's no doubt about it. Maybe he'd have had medal chances if he got that first time around. But 166, as it is only 7 kilos off the medals, and he is in 5th place after all that.
And this is what we mean by small adjustments. Sometimes a little adjustment is what's needed for the athlete to get out there and be able to get to where they want to. There's so much involved in this. How they eat, how they sleep, how comfortable they are, how they're feeling physically on that day. There's just so many things aside of getting on this bench and moving this bar. Nicely done.
Bruno Cara going again for a new America's record. Here's his 165 set in Abuja in Nigeria in that World Cup in February 2020 before the sport had to shut down for a little bit. Aiming for another new America's record.
And Bruno's getting ready here, high chest, bringing his air in, getting his hands where they need to be. He wants to get this attempt.
So Bruno Cara, 166. Well, let's see if he's done what he's needed to this time. He certainly has. Oh, it's 2 and against. 1 on the subsequence and 1 on the press. And, well, whether that's a philosophical reaction, I think it is. They can challenge it if they want to. I doubt they do. There's not a medal at stake. Ah.
He was pretty fast on the chest there for sure. And you see he doesn't lock out evenly either. And even though he has uneven extension, he can lock out further on the one side. So there you have it.
Yeah, but it's one of those vagaries again. Now Axel Bourlon is coming. 2 of the referees, 2 of the 3 thought the press was fine, and 2 of the 3 thought the chest was fine. And if only for him it was the same referee who marked him down in both, but it was not the case. And them's the breaks. And Axel Bourlon has not had any breaks so far. 2 misses at 165. He doesn't want to get stuck there. This is for 168 to go into 5th position.
And this is a case of sometimes the athlete feels like there's not enough weight on the bar. They just need a little bit more weight to ensure they're holding it tight on that chest, to ensure they're driving straight up. And so sometimes They put a little bit more weight on for that reason.
So here he is. Big moment. Bourlon, the European champion. He has the experience. He has not registered a mark yet. And not here either. And all three on the press. Doesn't get it, so he doesn't get a mark either at this World Championship. And if he scored early on, if he got that 165, there is a lift challenge coming here, and it's changed for this World Championship. The referees watch back and review.
Each referee that pressed red will now have to watch the lift again.
So they're watching the weight again to review it, to see if they're happy with it or not.
I think where his error was in his elbows. As he goes up, his elbows almost bounce. So that simulates an up and down motion.
Rejected, and no success. There's the VAR den in the corner of this arena where the athlete and coach can view from if they choose. They've watched it again. I think there's only been one or two successful lift challenges. So in the old days, you may well remember, at championships, it was the jury who would vote at the same time as the referees. And then if an athlete challenged, it would go to that jury result from the time. And sometimes you were successful, and sometimes you lost your money. Abdel Majid now.
Everyone on the jury had to vote. So if you had 4 that voted yes, it was good, but 1 voted it was no, it would still be a no.
So 168 for Taha Abdel Majid. He will not go into the medals with this, but he would take the lead in terms of the total lift. He would go to 492 to overtake Choi in 477 in terms of the total lift. And Zdano would drop to 3rd and 414 out of Group C in the total lift, but at the moment he's still heading for the podium. Abdel Majid 168 for a perfect set of marks, and the lead in the total lift. And if he gets this, he still is not guaranteed a total medal. There are 3 more with a clean bill of health who are still to lift, and they're looking for other things. I think when your eyes are on the main prize, anything else is very much incidental, and a nice coincidence if you get, of course, if you get all your lifts in, you know you're going to win. If you finish top, Abdel Majid trying to top off with 168 for Egypt. And he has done that. The most recent African silver medalist has got a lot to praise. He has done it, and we'll send some his way as well. 492 is total. He takes the lead in that, and he is 5th overall, and there he will remain.
That was just absolutely excellent. Really an excellent attempt.
175 kilos, rack height 12. 175, rack 12.
Oh, superb.
Here it comes. Tight on the chest. Just drives it straight up. Locks it out. That was beautiful. That was really beautiful.
Nguyen Binan has cleared 167 and 173. He is in the bronze medal position. Now this, to make that bronze a little bit more secure. However, Roland Ezeruke of Nigeria is going to try and leap from 4th, where he currently is, above everybody to go into the gold medal position. So it's not in Nguyen's hands as to whether or not he will win a medal here. However, in terms of the total lift, if he gets this, he will win a medal. as he would go to 5-1-5. Look at all that talent. And it's right here on this stage, right here, right now. Gwen, the reigning Southeast Asian champion. He's won the last 4 in a row. Pretty sure that's actually when he started, so everyone he could have won, he has won. Solo last year. When it comes to that region, he is certainly on his own in terms of his wonderful gift of his ability. Nguyen for Vietnam, 175, which he has raised. And how good was that? Oi, 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 the press, 2 against, he doesn't get it, he doesn't get it, and that'll make that shoulder hurt even more now.
Press sequence cited by 2 of the referees. No limit.
Yeah, he looks like he's really not feeling well on that shoulder.
78 kilos with a rack height of 12.
Let's see, he comes down, nice and tight, goes up, and locks out one side before the other. That's unfortunate. Let's hope he's feeling well, most importantly.
The legend world record is held by this man at 172 kilos.
Well, not only is this an attempt at the Legends Gold and the Legends World Record, this is an assault on the ultimate gold medal to be the world champion. Again, silver in 2021, following the stunning emergence of David Italia. He won the 2 world titles before that in Mexico City in 2017. Oh, what a great venue that was, incidentally. 2019 in Astana, and for different reasons, what a great venue that was. The Expo Convention Center. And prior to that, the 1968 Olympic Basketball Stadium used now in the NBA G League for the Capitales. Can this man expand on his powerlifting capital and produce a gold? Right now he can. He'll get a medal. It is a Legends World Record. He wins the Legends title. And right now he will be world champion for a 3rd time.
That was incredible. Wow. Wow. And he didn't even look like he was working super hard with it. That was unreal.
Ezurique takes the lead in the total lift as well. It will be a silver at worst for him. And in terms of the best lift, the world championship at worst, a bronze.
Straight down, locked on the chest, drives it straight up. No question or concern. That was beautiful. Really textbook perfect. If someone wants to know what a good bench press is, some of these perfect ones are the ones to watch, and that was certainly one of them.
Yang, 179, going for gold, currently in the silver medal position. He has never been a major championship gold medalist. Bronze and silver in that order in the Asia Oceania Championships. Silver in the 2021 Worlds in Tbilisi for his first global medal. Yes, there is the prestige of being the top man on the road to Hangzhou. Seeing where he lives, he'll get there first anyway. But this is about being world champion for 179. Yang Jinglong.
1 minute.
This is what it's all about. This is why this sporting world has come to Dubai. Almost 600 athletes. The same number of coaches minimum. Young is here, ready to be a world champion. 179. He would win the total lift with this. The world title is almost his. He leaves with 1 lift to go in the whole competition. He overtakes Ezurique, who falls to 2nd in both the World Championship and the total lift. What consistency from this great man. He's almost there. He can almost feel that gold medal.
Straight down, nice and tight on the chest, straight up. I mean, just unbelievable. And all of these lifters, these last two, they're holding it nice and tight on the chest, not just a short stop, making sure the technical officials know they've held it. Really nicely done and so difficult to execute. Great job.
There is one lift remaining. Taking it, the reigning Asia Oceania World and Paralympic champion, David Dikteriev, the Asian record holder on 185. And he needs this for the gold. He missed 180 last time. Looking for 180 here. Right now it's Yang in gold, 179. Azuruke silver, 178. Dikteriev bronze, 176. And this would change everything. This is the moment. This is what the entire morning has been about here after 3.5 hours of competition. Dikteriev to retain his world title, to leap from third to gold. And he has done it! Dikteriev is a world champion again, lifting 180. A magnificent lift. He came so close to it with his previous effort, but this time he made sure. Dikteriev 180, Yang 179, Azuruke 178, the 1-2-3.
Straight down and presses it out and really extends those arms to ensure everyone knows he locked out evenly. Really nicely done. Nice, nice job. What a competition this was today.
David Dikteriev takes the gold, 180. Yang the silver for China, 179. Roland Azuruke of Nigeria, the bronze, 178, with Gwen fourth. The total lift won by Yang, 528. Azuruke the silver in the total lift, and he wins the Legends total as well. And Taha Abdelmajid wins the total bronze, 492. And elsewhere in the Legends, it is Choi who gets the silver in both the total lift and the Legends World Championship full stop. And it will be Tayawa who gets the bronze in terms of the Legends competition. And the bronze medal in the total will go to a man who didn't get all his lifts in. And actually, it's out of Group C again. And Tayawa. Stay with us. Victory ceremony on the way. That was a real epic.
the men's of the 54 kilo category.
What a competition that was. The men's 54 kilo final. And out they come amidst fire and glory to receive their medals for this 54 kilo final in Dubai. These 10th World Powerlifting Championships, the third time that we have come to this city, the first time to this venue. And you have to say, this was an absolutely awesome event. It's Mr. Ahmed Al Hamadi, the tremendously well-known Vice Director for Dubai 2023 Powerlifting Championships, local organizing committee. The bronze going to Roland Ezurike, and at different stages in the final round, these men were all in the lead. Ezurike will pick up additional gold medals for the Legends competition and for the Legends total lift, and he will pick up a silver for the total lift, full stop. And he came along and broke the Legends world record as well, 178. That put him into the lead with 2 lifts to go. So out came Yang Jinlang for China, who got his 2 lifts, who had just lost the lead, came out and lifted 179, and with only 1 lift left in the competition, on the brink of being world champion for the first time. That lift also made sure that he wins the gold for the total lift of these world championships. But you can't keep a good man down, and David Dektayev is that good man. He was lying in third after missing his second lift to 180, and then he did indeed hit the 180 to get the gold. He is, for a second time, the world champion, and now the Asian Games crown he'll be looking for in a couple of months' time to complete the set of every possible trophy and title he could have won for Kazakhstan.
Congratulations.
A wonderful result. A great competition, really, because the last 3 lifts had 3 different people in the gold medal position. Ezurike, legend in his own right, but he also takes the 2 Legends golds. Dektayev, the world champion again, 180. Yang, the silver, 179. Ezurike, the bronze, 178. And if we get a final like that at the Paralympic Games, everybody, I promise you, everybody will be raving about it. This was unmissable.
This session of the men's up to 54 kilo category. Powerlifting continues on this stage starting at 3 o'clock.
And so too, the total lift, nothing missed here by Yang, Ezurike or Abdelmajid, the 1, 2, 3 in the total competition. We're back in 2 hours for the women's 61 kilo final. Join us then.
Then, at 6:15 p.m., the men in the up to 97 kilo B group lift, followed by, at 19:25, 7:25 p.m., the men